Well, hey guys, I hope you have had a happy 4th of July. This is what my 4th of July looked like. It was spending 4 hours floating down the Flathead River, getting to do a little bit of swimming in the really cold water, some relaxing, some fishing. Some other people drank beer, but of course I would never do such a thing. And the fishing was actually really good because when you're on the water, you get access to deeper holes and things. This was a trout somebody caught. Someone else caught another one. And I actually caught a really big 3.5-pound smallmouth bass. That was incredibly exciting. And unfortunately, the guy who was supposed to get the picture messed up. But just imagine if this fish looked like this fish. And everyone who was there, I showed them this Photoshop, and they pretty much agreed that scale-wise, that's about how big it was. I could have taxidermied it if I wanted to, but I'm going to tell you the story, and while I do, some pictures from just around our property that I took the other day are going to kind of roll, just to give you something else to look at besides this one shot. But it was really exciting because when I hooked into it, I actually didn't have a clue what I had hooked into, and I had started pulling and, trying to reel it in and stuff, and people were like, "You got one on?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really know, maybe." And eventually I figured out that, I do have something on, and it's actually quite big. And when we finally got up to the boat, somebody else, his name was Jack, he was actually the guy who was like casting the rod in the clip a little bit previously. He actually was the one that pulled onto the boat, and it was funny because as it got up to the surface of the water and then out of the water, his back was like, he was blocking my view of the fish, but I could just see everybody else like freaking out and being like, oh, it's huge, oh my god. And I had no idea what was going on, so I was back there going, what I get? And then eventually Jack ripped it out of the water like, a champ, just like pulled it up, lifted it above its head, and then everybody, like all 30 of us were like, yeah! And it felt awesome. And it was, by far, when you consider like how big fish get in comparison to their species, it was the biggest fish that I've caught. But anyway, these are just some pictures from around our property. This is actually a old outhouse that's out on our property that I was just kind of taking some pictures of. I thought Mom would like these. And this next one, I think, is my favorite. Yeah, this one. This one is my favorite. I'm thinking about actually maybe getting that one framed. But anyway, this is how we actually got out to our Flathead float trip, which was like all of us piled on to the boats that were tied down to a flatbed trailer, which seemed like a really bad idea if you were anywhere but Montana, because this is pretty much just like accepted behavior. And coming back was pretty much the same way, except a little scarier because we had to get out of like a sort of backwater area with a lot of dirt roads and up and down. But no, it was really pretty. And this is actually something we did after that. This is apparently called a taut line, and it's sort of like a tightrope, and the goal is just to walk on it, and it is insanely hard, and I am horrible. And actually after that, we got to go have a campfire with a couple of women that we met, and they handed out some of that some apple cider made from organic apples that like they had handmade themselves, and it was really good. But there's been some beautiful views of things. Also, this is William. He is apparently a resident dog, and he's a German Shepherd, and he is beautiful. And I think I sort of love him to pieces. I've been sort of dog. I think we all agree we've been dog-starved while we've been out here. But he's really cool. We always love him when he comes around. But I think, yeah, this is your only real wildlife this week. Just a couple of elk. But no, to close this out, we actually went to a powwow in a city called Arley, and I think to close this out, I'm just gonna let you guys listen to the sights and sounds of powwow. So take care, and I'll see you guys next week.